Good morning, children. Welcome back. Today, we will perform an activity to measure the time period of a simple pendulum. And for this activity, we will set up a simple pendulum with a thread of length about 1 meter. Next, we will move the bob to one side and release the bob. Measure the time taken to complete 20 oscillations using a stopwatch or stop clock. Then we will record the observations in the table as shown in this slide. We will repeat the activity 3 times and record the observation. This will help us to find the time taken for one oscillation. The time period is nearly the same in all cases. So, children, as I told you, we will repeat the activity a few times and record the observations. And by dividing the time taken for 20 oscillations by, suppose it will be 20 minutes, by 20, we will get the time taken for one oscillation or the time period of the pendulum. Note that a slight change in the initial displacement does not affect the time period of your pendulum. So, in this slide, you can see that a simple pendulum is being suspended, and then we can count the time taken for 20 oscillations, and we can take roughly 3 readings, and in all the readings we will be able to find that it takes same time for almost all the oscillations, like 20 oscillations will be completed in the same time period every time. Now next is units of time and speed. Children, the basic unit of time is second. Its symbol is S. Larger units are minutes, hour, etc. The basic unit of speed is meter per second, and a large unit of speed is kilometer per hour. Since the speed is distance traveled by time taken, the basic unit of speed is meter per second. Of course, it could also be expressed in other units such as meter per minute or kilometer per hour. Children, remember that the symbols of all units are written in singular. For example, we write 50 kilometer and not 50 kilometers, or we write 8 centimeter and not 8 centimeters. Now, regarding ancient time measuring devices, children, here are some of the devices which were used in ancient times in order to measure the time. They are, as you can see in this slide, water clock, sun clock and sundials. These were the clocks which were used in ancient times to measure the time. Our ancestors, as I told you earlier, noticed that many events in nature repeat themselves after different intervals of time. Rest regarding the sundial, water clock and sun clock, we will study in next video. Thank you, children. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.